more Challenger League as well tomorrow. Is it this Wednesday? Yeah, this Wednesday even we're gonna have more Challenger League. And if you thought today was a lot of games, man, this Wednesday we're gonna have 9 best of 3s. Because one of the groups last week got moved to Wednesday.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. 9 best of 3s. That's a long day of StarCraft.
Jump into Akalon Waste.
I am ready for our final series today. It is going to be Arthur, the man who we once upon a time welcomed to WCS. I want to say WCL. What? NASL Season 4. Back then he was still representing Slayers. I'm not sure if he was actually living in the Slayers house or not. Despite being on Slayers, I think if any of the players, or any of the players that were part of Slayers back then, I think Arthur was the one that was the least famous. Is it safe to say that? I mean, perhaps they had like 1 or 2 practice guys that were even more unknown, but...
When you talk Slayers, you think MMA Boxer, Young.
Yeah.
Arthur's not the name.
Alicia as well.
Yeah, Alicia is probably not the name that comes up as being the premier one, but he's still around and he's still
definitely had his
doing some work. Top asking for a pause, I guess.
I feel that Arthur is also a player who took a break here and there and then decided to come back. Like, you know, maybe he's like, StarCraft's not for me, and I was like, no, StarCraft's too much fun. I can stay away. I think that that goes for a lot of players. Stop once more with this almost traditional pulse.
Yep, he's playing from China, guys, so this is not terribly uncommon. Well,
I'm not sure which city he's from. I know that Zenith of Origin has a team house, but I actually forgotten which city it is. So.
When the Invictus guys were here for the last WCS America Round of 16, they said that... let me just make sure.
Ben is doing his official countdown. Well, actually, Top is not sure.
Top's like, I think he's just hitting a button. Okay, here we go.
Top is like 1, 2, going back to 1. I was counting up, and now I'm going down.
When the Invictus guys were here for the last WCS event, they said that sometimes, not sometimes, it's the norm to have 1 to 2 seconds of lag from China, which makes it just incredible that they can even qualify for these things.
Yeah. I still can't believe that. There are just some people who are very good at adjusting to circumstances. You can put them on any PC, on any mouse, any keyboard, with horrible frame rate and a little bit of lag, and they'll still play really good StarCraft. I am the complete opposite. As soon as I have some traction on my mouse wire, I already can't play. So I find it absolutely fantastic that these guys are able to play at the level that they do.
Yeah.
This blows me away.
Is a great example of that. He famously, what event did he win on a borrowed keyboard and mouse?
Red?
Yeah.
Was it that Aces Rock back then that he won?
I think it might have been Rock, yeah.
Against Moro in the final, ZVZ?
Stefano's been known to be like that a little bit.
Yeah, there was a guy on my team in Warcraft 3 days, his name is Vancor. And I'm sure that 1 or 2 people out there who are watching will remember the good old Warcraft 3 days with this Zerg, I won't say Zerg, with this undead player from Greece. And his name was Vancor, and he could play on anything. Like, he would literally switch mouse 3 times in the middle of his group stage of a tournament because he would just keep burrowing people's mouse. And people were like, hey man, I need my mouse, I have to play. He's like, oh cool. Then he's like, hey, can I use your mouse? I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe these people. Showing up at a world championship, just playing, switching from mouse to mouse every single series and performing well. Blew me away, Ben.
Pretty crazy. Pretty interesting. And by interesting, I mean normal openings here from our 2 players. Extra gateway going down already for Arthur. Top right now is on just 1 gate and saving.
Top throwing down the Twilight in the back of his base.
Okay. Dark Templar openings are again fairly common in the matchup these days, and probably some of the more forgiving kinds of openings if you have lag.
Yep, it's kind of rolling the dice. I'm sure that Arthur is going to play safe. He's going to open up with his 3-gate aggression, so this definitely already opens a little window for Top. He might be able to make something happen, but the good thing about Arthur's build is that he gets unit out on the map, so he gets map control, he gets map vision, and as soon as he enters this ramp, if all that he sees is a Stalker, a Mothership Core, a Sentry, you know, alarm bells will go off immediately. Oh my god, this is risky for Top. His Stalker is out of position. You don't want to take this fight, Top, because you're going to lose this fight, because... Oh, actually, I thought this was a Stalker. It's a probe. He's still gonna drop the pilot. Oh. Man, that's a very last minute pilot. I don't like that Top takes so much damage on the Stalker. I think this is very risky.
Oh.
I actually think this is bad for Top. Because he doesn't have the same production as Arthur.
Well, now it's just gonna get scouted.
Arthur is gonna capitalize on this mistake. If that Stalker stays alive, which it will, he's gonna get more units up the ramp and he's gonna get the Stalker up. I think this is really bad for Top.
This one might be over already. Fortunately for Top, that probe was killed.
Immediately Robo goes down. No, but this is fine because he has high ground vision. He has way more production. He's going to force a photon overcharge. but he will keep high ground vision. This is just really good.
Yeah. Best case for Arthur, who is already looking very good here.
Beautiful micro as well by Arthur.
Pylon, or Dark Shrine,
oh my god,
I should say.
sick micro by Arthur. He's just doing everything right. I love it, man.
Dark Shrine is finishing up for top, which will give him some ability to strike back.
Yeah, we'll give him the ability to push this away, but he has inferior attack right now. I mean, Arthur should be dropping a Nexus. I'm not sure why he's not doing that, but that's definitely something he should be doing, because he has top trapped in his base a little bit. He had map control. He could have already had this Nexus on the way.
Just wanted to make sure the Robo was done, and the Observer out before he takes that chance. Top will, stay alive.
Yeah. But I still don't agree with that. I think Arthur should have dropped that Nexus a lot quicker.
Top's Nexus is actually going to go down first, which is super crazy.
Army supply is still heavily in favor of Arthur. Sweet Jesus.
Maybe Arthur's not going to expand. Maybe he's just going to go attack.
Does he have? He doesn't have blink, so no. No, Ben. There's no need for him to do that. He doesn't want to do that.
He's taking his damn time, man. What are you waiting for?
And if he goes for a full wall up, then he will. I don't understand. Yeah, I guess he will once more be able to contain top because he has more production. He has more gateway units out on the map. This is just one of those things where PvP keeps amazing me. This is a weird way to respond to DTs, but I do like it. It's in a way that it's going to work out for him. I think he will be able to force a cancel on this Nexus, and then he will be able to contain top, and then he will still be able to expand. So he's not going to bust the ramp. He's just going to kill this Nexus. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Top's warped in a couple of zealots on the low ground. He's going to march him across the map. But they're not going to be able to do anything because there's plenty of units.
And top just has like no units at all. Just be really careful with it in Mortar, because if there will be force fields from the low ground, and Top is having deja vu right now, he's like, no, you're not going to force field my immortals. Oh my god, he's not even... What's going on here?
Forces the photon overcharge. He's going to sit right there at the top of the ramp. Now, there's a second immortal that will pop out, and with two immortals,
and then like whopping into
scary for Arthur.
If he wipes in two more zealots and then has his two immortals, but still, army supply heavily in favor of Arthur. He does have, no, he doesn't have time warps anymore. A little bit of zealot skirmish going on over here on the other side of the map.
You cannot leave.
He has to be careful with those immortals. What a bizarre PvP.
Yeah,
this is going like back to week 1 of Wings of Liberty.
I will contain you from the top of your ramp.
Yeah, but this is also as well like, we do not expand in PvP, because if you expand, you fall behind. And like, this is the craziest amount of stalkers. There's not going to be another 3. I don't think that these stalkers are going to win against all these zealots and 3 immortals, man.
We're going to find out. Zealots coming forward. Immortals do so much damage. Look how fast those stalkers get blasted down. Arthur, are you just trying to give this game back? Like,
I don't know. I am a...
Or maybe he's going to win the fight. I don't know. He's going to kill off 2 of the immortals, and now he's going to have to leave.
Unit lost resource step shows us right now that, Arthur has lost more, and I don't know, he's going to try it again. He has a couple of zealots in the mix now.
He's going to bring across his own immortal.
That was really not a good fight for Arthur, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, he picked off 2 immortals, but
it was really bad. Still no expansion for either player.
I think Arthur's thinking about it. He's like, hey.
All right, okay, fine.
All right, you guys convinced me.
Uh-oh, there's no sentry.
These zealots are going to stand on top of the immortals. That's reasonable, but nice micro here by Top. He's going to keep that immortal alive a little bit longer. He will lose it eventually, but still. A cute move. This is an immortal, but still he's going to pick up plenty of units.
This is so silly. 52 supply to 51 supply, and now Top is going to expand again. Arthur has just dropped his expansion. We've got a pretty even game.
I mean, the fact that Top is on one base is definitely not because of the lack of trying. He has tried.
Arthur has also tried to not expand, but I guess he has no choice at this point.
Observer gets revealed in the main base as Top has an observer as well. I still like Top's position. He of course has the Dark Shrine out on the map, and he has Twilight Council already. Robo Bay going down right now for Top as well. I think Arthur really blew it a little bit. He's gonna try it again.
Hey, why not? If at first you don't succeed.
I've seen a lot of aggressive Protosses in my days, man, but someone who has the urge to attack as much as Arthur, I don't see very often. Don't drop all your force fields Top, because you're gonna need them soon.
But how is this ever gonna work? There's just more stuff for Top.
No, actually, there's more stuff for Arthur, but
the army supply is 34 to 37.
Yeah, and he's attacking, and there might be, if he attacks before photon overcharge and drops good force fields, But you're gonna need your zealots in the front. Your Stalker's gonna have to be in the back. It's gonna be too. No! Don't walk down that ramp, Top. That would have been very, very. Colossus is on the way. Top needs a little bit of time, but with Photon Overcharge, he should get the time. He has a pilot on the low ground as well. Arthur, you're so attack happy.
Okay, here
oh,
we
there's
go.
no observer. There's no observer. There's a DT in this mix.
And the observer's in the back of the main. This is once again not going to end well for Arthur, right? I mean,
no, that's not. There are 2 observers here for Top. There's the Dark Templar slicing away this army. I mean, Arthur picked off a few units here and there. Definitely not all that bad. He's gonna have an observer right now.
Down goes the Dark Templar, and
but there's gonna be a Colossus soon.
the strangeness continues.
Top's gonna need a few zealots though. He's on 3 gates right now, so he's able to warp in 3 zealots at a time.
Kev, this isn't attack. This is aggressive defending.
And now we have zealots in the mix.
That's my take on it.
These zealots are brilliant warping. Oh, observers.
Photon Overcharge has expired, and Arthur's going to continue to keep up the pressure. He's going to come for it. Oh, Colossus takes some big damage. Arthur's winning the fight. That's all she wrote, Kev.
Well,
it's over.
No, it's far from over, man. There are 2 Immortals still full on HP. Probes are being pulled at the right moment. There can still be plenty of warpings. Arthur has a small economic advantage. Beautiful micro by Top again, but he's going to lose his other Immortal. I think now it... No. I am blown away by Arthur.
That's a funny game we just saw.
He's warping in 3 Stalkers right now, but these Stalkers are going to get picked off. He will pick off the Immortal, but that's not going to be enough because there are more Stalkers here for Arthur. There's a new Immortal in the mix.
He's going to chase these Stalkers.
But Arthur has a very nice economic lead right now.
Bizarre game, man. This Immortal is going to get focused and chased away. Zealots being warped in are going to help a little bit. With the Immortals basically been removed from the fight. This is so
A couple of
silly.
sentries being warped in, so Top can hold his ramp. No, he's warping in on the low ground. Well, he can still hold his ramp a little bit, but this has been a really bizarre PvP. And I think if Top, his forces would have been a little better, I don't think he could have ever lost it. But Arthur, just with non-stop aggression.
That was weird.